Hello my loves, and welcome to today's pick a card reading. This is all about what you need to hear right now. So this is today's pick a card reading. You might notice something different about me. I do want to mention it because I feel like y'all will notice. Maybe you notice, maybe you don't. Depends how long you've been watching me for. But anyway, this nail broke and it's quarantine, so I just ended up taking off my nails. So yeah, you might notice that. A little bit of a difference. I look a little bit nubby, but that's fine. Anyway, if you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how they work. So over here we have pile number 1, then we have pile 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment to pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you're the most drawn to. And then once you're done choosing your pile, you can scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. So you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading all about what you need to hear right now. If you guys like to pick with crystals at the bottom of the cards, I'll be popping some crystals on there right now. All right, so if you guys like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. I wanted to change it up because I feel like I always use the same sort of crystals all the time. So here we are with a whole different array of crystals. This over here is some red coral, this over here is charoite, this over here is desert rose, this is blue tiger's eye, and this over here is blue chalcedony. So take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you're the most drawn to. Then once you're done choosing, you can scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card, so you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. So without further ado, let's hop right into it, starting now. All right, so pile number 1, what do you need to hear right now? Let's hop right into this. All right, so pile number 1, we have a little bit of a different spread going on today. This one is like a different version of the Celtic cross, I guess. So essentially the middle parts over here, this is kind of like what's blocking you, is the card that kind of blocks this one over here. And then here we have like kind of the past energy and kind of the future energy of what you guys need to hear right now, talking a little bit about your life. So immediately I want to just jump right into the middle cards that we have right here. So we have Judgment being reversed, and then we have the 5 of Cups crossing over it. So immediately what I'm getting from this is that you guys are too hard on yourselves. You're judging yourself way too much. You might feel like you're too behind in certain things. You might feel like you've made too many mistakes in the past. You might have regrets from the past that are still bothering you, that are still eating you up inside, things that you're still confused about even. You're letting stress kind of like eat you away right now, and I feel like that is what you guys need to hear right now, is that you guys need to let that go. Whatever's been bothering you from the past, whatever judgments you're placing on yourself, you might be hard on yourself for the things that you enjoy. Maybe you overindulge in certain things and you're being way too hard on yourself right now. And what you need to do in order to change certain habits, in order to change what's going on right now, is to love your current state. You need to give yourself love. That's what I'm getting from the 10 of Cups being over here and the Queen of Wands being over here. You need to get inspired. So if you're wanting to change something about yourself, if you're wanting to cause change in your life and you're wanting to judge yourself less, or you're wanting to actually take on new habits, you need to take them on from an inspiring place rather than a judgment type of place. If you're trying to create change from a place of judgment and being hard on yourself, the change is going to feel stressful. The change is going to feel like it's not fun, like that it's, like stressful and judgmental, and that it's hard, and that it's a hard road. And whenever we take action from a place of judgment, whenever we take action from a place of being hard on ourselves, we end up falling off the trail, and we don't end up actually fully changing ourselves. And if we do, we're in a state of feeling like the change is a bad thing because of the fact that we're seeing this change as a hard thing, if that makes sense. You're not taking this change in an inspiring way, therefore it's not going to feel inspiring to do it, and therefore you might end up quitting this change because it just feels too hard, it feels too stressful, it feels like it's adding a burden and a weight on your life rather than clearing up your life. So what you need to do is take action from a place of inspiration, from a place of happiness, which is why we have the Queen of Wands over here. You need to take action from feeling inspired and feeling excited and feeling so good about the outcome that you're about to receive. You need to take action from this space, because in this space, this is where we have long-lasting results, because we already feel so good about us doing whatever action it is that we're doing. And usually from that place, we have enough energy to execute the whole dream, no matter what obstacles we face, no matter what hardships that we face. The excitement is what keeps us pushing through. Stress does not help push you through. It helps weigh you down from going as quickly or as easily into the new future. So you need to change your mindset in order to quit judging yourself, quit being hard on yourself, forgive yourself for the past, let that go, and instead take action from an inspired place. Think about how exciting it is to go into your new future. Feel that excitement and take action from that place. Let go of the judgments. The past is in the past. Decide to be a new person today. You're a new person with good choices, with good intentions, with good dreams, with amazing dreams that you're going to go after because you're excited about them and because you're inspired about them. Okay? And from this space, you'll have enough energy to push you forward. And again, you won't have anything weighing you down. It's hard to walk from A to B when you're carrying weight with you, being like, ooh, the weight is why I want to get to this new place. But then you're carrying that weight with you because you're still aware of the weight. You're still holding on to the weight. And it's gonna take you forever to get to place B. And you're also gonna feel like you can never get there because that weight is tying you so hard to the past that it's like, you know, you're trying to pull this ball and chain with you and you're like, you know, you can like barely get there. Instead, let go of the ball and chain, forgive yourself for your past, let it all go, be in a new state, be so excited about the future, and that's when you all of a sudden get the key and you take those shackles off of that ball and chain, and then you're just like, this is so much fun all the way to my goals. And then everything's Gucci. So, 10 of Cups indicates that, Queen of Wands indicates that, everything will be Gucci if you let go of the judgment. Our next two cards that we have over here is Spirit of Place and Education. Okay, Spirit of Place and Education. So, maybe you guys even need to do some more research behind something, a big goal that you guys have, or a change that you're wanting to make in yourself. Educate yourself on different ways that other people have done this. Educate yourself on, you know, the reasons why you can, the goals of why you can and why you should be excited. Spirit of Place. What I'm getting from this is that you need to be at peace with yourself. And I feel like you're surrounded by so much, like, what's the word I'm looking for? You're surrounded by so much support, I feel like, from at least the world of spirit, even if you don't know of anyone supporting you in real life right now. But I feel like you also have that as well. I feel like I'm also getting that this might have to deal with health as well, getting on track with your health. I also feel like this might be getting on track with any other dreams that you have that you've been holding yourself back from. I feel like this could also deal with a relationship of some kind and letting go of the past and being able to move on from this relationship and letting it go fully. And not holding on to any of the old like emotions anymore. And then also, again, with health and stuff, if you guys are trying to eat more healthy and stuff like that, don't do it from a place of like, oh, this is so hard. I dislike who I am right now because of my old eating habits or my old exercise habits, and I want to change it up. Instead, look at this from an inspiring place. Look at it from a place of, oh my gosh, how inspiring is it to be one of those people that eats super healthy, really takes care of themselves. I love the way that I feel when I eat healthy and I take care of myself, because it will make your body feel really good if that's something that you guys are thinking of. Or this could be about something completely different as well. But just from this card right here, Spirit of Place, I almost got like a health vibe from that. And like a Mother Nature kind of vibe, like returning to your roots, returning to that Mother Nature and stuff like that. So it could deal with that, but it doesn't have to. You guys probably know what I'm talking about already, so I don't need to point out what it possibly is. Also with education over here, I'm almost feeling like you guys need to just expand your knowledge in whatever area that you're trying to get to. So even if this is like a dream goal of your guys' that you're trying to get to, like maybe you guys are really wanting to work in your dream job, but at the moment you're looking at all your past failures, you're not seeing how you can get there. Education. you guys need to expand your horizons and expand your knowledge in that field, and it's going to really help you guys out. Just to let you guys know. I feel like there's a lot more to be known in this area that will help propel you or perpetuate you guys forward. The next two cards that we have over here is inspiration and healing. So just like what I was saying in the beginning, you guys need to get inspired by the new change that you guys are making and take action from an inspired place rather than a place of like, ooh, I failed already and I've had these mishaps and I'm taking this ball and chain with me. Go from a place of inspiration. It's going to help you a lot. It's also going to help you heal the past. It's also going to help you let go of the past, and it will help you move to this new area being a fully healed person. So I was kind of feeling like it had to deal with something health-wise. And so you are actually going to reach your goals. It's going to be all good at the end of it, just so you guys know. I feel like you guys will heal just fine. Our next three cards that we have over here, Get Curious, Ascension, and Death. All right, so get curious. I feel like you guys need to expand your knowledge in this area. I feel like you guys need to do a little bit more research, but do it from a place of inspired action. Don't do it from a place of lack or a place of stress. Do it from a place of being curious. Do it from a place of inspired action, because that's going to exude the results of inspiration rather than whatever you give forth, you get back. So if you give forth the energy of, I hate my current situation, I need to get out of it, blah, 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 your result is going to be, I hate my current situation, I need to get out of it, blah, 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 blah. Whatever you throw at the wall, it's gonna come back to you. If you throw a dirty ball at the wall expecting a beautiful shiny diamond to come back at you, it's not going to. You're gonna get the same dirty old wet soggy ball. You need to throw all your diamonds at it in order for the diamonds to come bouncing back at you. So go from a place of inspiration, get curious about it, go from that state, and that's what you'll get back to you. Ascension over here. So you need to raise your vibration, you need to raise your vibes, which means getting into a happier state is essentially what it means, getting into a loving state. The most powerful vibration on this planet is unconditional love. You need to reach a state of unconditional love for yourself, even falling in love, with your family, feeling unconditional love for your family, for your pets. That raises your vibration just to feel unconditional love. Feeling it for yourself is very powerful as well. So ascend your vibe, get to that high vibe state. That's where the change will happen. That's where the healing will happen. That's where you'll feel this shift taking place, and you'll all of a sudden get what you want and the results that you want. So this is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number one, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. All right, so pile number two, let's find out what you guys need to hear right now. So let's get started. All right, so pile number two, this is what we have for you guys. We're doing a little bit of a different spread. I got this from, it's like my own rendition of the Celtic Cross, I guess, but with only 4 cards. So over here we have kind of like the past energy that's going into, like, this is kind of like your trajectory is this card. And then we have the current block is what this represents. That's why we have like the cross over here. So the current energy of the situation and what's blocking it. And then we also have kind of the outcome and the result and what you guys need to go towards. So what you guys need to hear right now, immediately, since we have the Lovers being the blocking card over top of the 5 of Swords being reversed, is kind of letting me know that somehow you feel either restricted by a relationship. This could be like an actual partnership. This could be a family member. This could be a friend, anything like that. So currently you're feeling held back or blocked from a particular relationship in your life right now. And I feel like you've had this trajectory with the Knight of Wands. You have this like inspiration, this goal that you want to attain. And you haven't really gotten there yet, but it's something that I feel like you feel so passionate about. You have your eyes set on something. You saw something, but then there's like some sort of a relationship blocking it from happening right now or from blossoming right now. This could also be all in your head because we do have the 5 of Swords, and the swords usually do indicate stuff that's more in thought form rather than in reality, but it could be something that is in reality, but I feel like most of this blocking is happening in your own mind. I feel like you feel personally restricted by the relationship, but is there actually a physical restriction on you? No, there's not a physical restriction on you whatsoever. But in your mind, because of maybe the type of relationship that this is, or maybe because of certain conversations that have been had, because the swords also do represent conversations and talking. So maybe from certain conversations, you feel physically restricted, but you aren't actually physically restricted from attaining your goals. You're not. You just sort of feel that way because of certain conversations that have been had, or maybe a certain scenario, or maybe it's like stuff that's playing out in your head because of a certain way that you personally feel internally with this relationship in your life. So don't worry, you're not actually physically being stopped from attaining your goals. It's more of an illusion for you guys. And the result and the outcome of what you guys need to know right now is patience. We have strength being reversed. You are maybe pushing too hard and you're a little bit impatient because you feel like, oh, I need to do this right now. I need to go for it right this second. And maybe you're impatient about the goal and you're feeling held back, but you're not actually held back in any way, truly, in a physical manner. This is more talking about some sort of, anyway, we already talked about that. So I tend to repeat myself sometimes. Moving on, so strength being reversed. So this talks about having a lot of patience and also not letting your own emotions get out of hand. This is getting yourself in control. And from this place of control, I feel like you'll be able to easily see the path ahead of you about how to attain your goals. So this requires calming yourself down, because strength, when it's reversed, it's kind of like in regular tarot, the photo of strength is a woman taming a lion by holding his mouth. When it's upside down, it's almost as if the lion is getting out of control and she can't really tame the lion. And this is talking about the internal self. So this is almost like you feeling very internally frustrated and impatient about something. And like the lion wants to come out and roar. But this is talking about you really need to keep yourself under control. Keep the patience, keep yourself under control. And from that place of control, all of these clouds of frustration will dissipate and go away. And all of a sudden, after they dissipate and go away, you'll be like, oh, there was a path in front of me the whole time. I didn't even need to be frustrated. I can just walk down it with ease and everything is Gucci. So that is what I'm definitely seeing here for you guys. We have a bunch more cards to put down on here to get some more information from this reading, but this is what we have so far. So let's see our next two cards. We have Deep Freeze, and then we have Home. So the Deep Freeze card is making me feel like you feel stuck right now. You feel like something can't move forward. And it's very interesting because we have a lion on this card, and strength over here is with a lion, and when we're trying to tame the lion. And so your lion is frustrated because you feel like you cannot move forward. You feel frozen. You feel stuck. You feel like you cannot move towards your goals. And here it's almost kind of funny because this Lovers card almost looks like an arrow pointing this way. So what you guys need to do is return to your roots. So we have Home over here. You guys just need to return to the beginning of this goal. Forget everything else that's going on. Forget the feeling of restriction for now. Just let it go. Return to the roots of this goal. Return to the roots of why you want to do this. And really ask yourself, is any relationship truly actually holding you back from this goal? Or is that just a feeling that you might have? Or is it an ego thing that you might have? Or is it just because of a certain conversation of maybe disapproval of your goals that you might feel from this person? Return to the roots. You can still do this. You can still do this. Come back to the beginning and let's just execute it. Let's just do it. Let's get your goals underway, okay? So take it step by step. The next two cards that we have over here is Joy and Psychic Protection. So don't let the frustrations really get to you. I feel like you guys need to let go And also patiently work this out. Don't just like go for your goals and disregard everyone else's feelings. Really just talk it out and be like, hey, this is what I want. But protect yourself, psychic protection. This is about like protecting your own desires, protecting your own heart, and being like, this is where my heart is. And in order for me to be happy, this is what I need to do with my life. This is where I need to go. And you need to have these open and honest conversations. The Lovers can also be like society as well, telling you that you can't do something. The Lovers can also represent that, so you might feel a pressure from society, as well as like maybe certain relationships, stuff like that. Maybe people have other things in mind for you. Protect yourself through these conversations, and then also add the joy. Return back to like the root of this desire that you guys have. Return back to the inspiration of it. Express that. And protect your own heart, protect your own goals, and then go after them. The last 3 cards that we have over here is Boundaries, Shadow, and the Warrior. So you guys need to start stepping up for yourselves. That's why we have the Warrior coming up right here. So you guys need to really start, like, this is like a lot of Mars type of energy. So the Warrior is like, I'm going to go after it. I'm really just going to go after it anyway. But the first thing that you guys need to do is set certain boundaries and say, no, nobody can tell me how to live my life. I'm going to live my life for me. I'm going to go after my desires and my passions and my goals. So you need to set those proper boundaries first. Then the shadow is confronting your own shadow, your own projections of how you feel restricted, your own shadow of maybe a lot of this kind of stuff is in your mind because you're scared of the judgments of other people. You're scared of what other people might think of you or what other people might say, or the criticism that you might get, because maybe you still feel like you have this journey ahead of you, and you don't want people to see failures. You don't want people to see this or that. You just want to get there. The only way that you're going to get there is keeping that warrior mindset, that confidence, embracing that confidence and saying, you know what, I'm doing this no matter what. Even if some of my goals don't turn out the right way at first, that is fine. I'm still going to chase after them anyway. Everyone hits these roadblocks, and that's totally normal, and that's totally fine. And I'm just going to own it with confidence, and it's going to be great. And I'm still going to chase after my dreams and desires because I'm here to make them come true. That's what I'm saying for you guys. Pile number 2. I hope that all makes sense. Got a little passionate at the end there. That was kind of fun. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. All right, so pile number 3. If you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about what you guys need to hear right now. Wow, pile number 3. This is a powerful pile. So we start off here with the Page of Cups, and then we have the Emperor, then we have the Chariot crossed over on the top. I'm going to explain this in a little bit. And then we have the Ten of Wands at the end. So basically what's happening over here is I did kind of like my own quick small rendition of the Celtic cross essentially, and essentially what this is representing is the trajectory that you guys have, the current situation, what is blocking you, which is why we have the card turned sideways over it, because that's the block, and then we have the kind of outcome over here. So pile number 3. This is powerful because the 2 cards that we have in the center are both major arcana cards. So this is pretty powerful. This is pretty big kind of stuff. So immediately what I'm getting from this pile is that you guys are going through a major transition in life. I feel like you guys are fully stepping into who you're going to be in the future. You guys are finally really kind of figuring out what that is. And even if you do not know in your head and you're like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what I'm going to do with my future. Don't worry. You're stepping into the right path that's going to take you down the correct road. So that's what you guys need to know right now, is that you're stepping on the right path and that there's nothing to worry about. And what you guys honestly need to hear right now is good job. Good job. You're headed in the right direction. Though what you guys need to be prepared for and what you guys need to know, because the Chariot is coming up as the block card. So this is maybe a little bit of confusion of not knowing if you're going down the right path, because the Chariot, she's looking in, these 2 different directions. There's these 2 horses in regular tarot, in the image of regular tarot, there's these two horses that are like black and white, and one of them's going over here and one of them's going over there. This can be that we have multiple choices in front of us and we are just like, what do I do? Follow your heart, let your heart guide you. Almost like, you know, walking down a road with a blindfold on, and you listen to the right and then you listen to the left, and you just use your senses. And you listen to what's happening over here, and you maybe hear like, let's come up with a noise. You hear bees over here. And then on this way, you hear like crickets and nice sounding, like, you know, like that really nice, like when they rub their feet together, and there's just like that really nice noise that I can't replicate, and I'm not even going to try because that's going to be horrendous. Which way would you choose? Like, bees are really nice. You can make honey over there, but maybe you don't want to get stung. And so you're just like, nah, I'd rather go to the crickets and have like a relaxing pond time and relax with the crickets and just read books and stuff and do that. Or do you want to go to the bees and make honey, and is that more appealing to you? What's more appealing? So you need to look at, you know, the choice that you have in front of you, the pathway that you have in front of you. What's really going to provide you the biggest fulfillment? Because everyone's different. There's no right or wrong answer here. Everyone is different. You just need to follow what pleases you more. And maybe you want to dip your toe in each pond first before making your decision. So you're on the brink right now of fully heading into your future of who you're going to be. You're fully like stepping onto your throne, which is why we have the Emperor underneath. The Emperor is like, you guys are really stepping up to who you are. You're stepping into your power. You're stepping into your own magic. The Page of Cups is like someone who's like, okay, I have an idea, and it's just an idea right now, and it's a little bit outside of the box, and I'm kind of excited because I'm about to walk through a brand new door. And so you guys are about to walk through this brand new door, but you're like, wait a minute, there's multiple doors here to walk into. Which one is the right one for me? Also, I'm really sorry about if you guys hear this noise. There's a bunch of construction going on outside, and unfortunately it gets a little noisy every so often. So anyway, you guys are wondering which door to walk down. Take a little dip into each one of them. Step your toe into each one of them and see which one really causes more fulfillment for you. And don't be too hard on yourself. 10 of Wands over here, this is usually when we feel like we have so much stuff on our back. We feel like we're taking on a lot, but you guys got this. It's building up your strength. It's building up your willpower. It's building up who you're going to be. The Emperor doesn't become the Emperor just because he's like, you know, he got thrown into the position. Usually the Emperor becomes the Emperor because he sees a lot. He's been through it all. He knows how to carry the weight of an entire society. And so for you guys, I feel like you're being strengthened up to your position that you guys are choosing. And whether you guys see it or not, you're going on the right path, okay? You're going to make the right decision. It's going to be great. Yes, there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be things to overcome, but honestly, what you guys need to hear right now, the current message of what you guys need to hear is good job, keep doing it. Good job, keep doing it. And let's see our next two cards that we have over here. We have, Magic Stream. That's a really powerful card. And then we have Commitment. So you guys need to commit to a decision. There's like a two-way street happening over here, a push and a pull. And what you guys need to do, follow your own magic. Bring in that magic. Maybe you guys are maybe you guys are even into learning magic right now. And even if you're not yet, I do have a couple videos on my channel. I'm just gonna throw that plug in right there about magic that you guys can watch if you guys want to utilize some magic to help make your decision. But then once you make a decision, you need to commit to it, because this is going to be what makes you the Emperor of this area. So you guys need to commit to your goal. You guys need to commit to your dream. And this is going to cause so much more magic in your life. It's going to cause like this waterfall of pure bliss, and just so I can't even explain. Like, this Magic Stream card is such a beautiful card, and we have so many beautiful cards throughout this whole like area, this whole spread, I guess. And there's even like rainbows coming over here. Like, oh, it's just so good. Commitment, guys. You need to commit to a decision and let the magic start flowing you down the river. It's almost like you guys need to commit to the decision to hop in this pond, but you guys are like, ooh, is it the right pond? Trust me, it is. This is a magic pond that you guys are entering that's going to take you and flow you to all of the places that you're desiring to go, and it's going to take you to even further than you could have ever dreamed of. Oh my gosh, I just pulled the next 2 cards from the pile, and guys, we have another card about magic here. Gotta love it when that happens. So first we have safe home. You guys need to be brave to create your own decisions, and it's not going to be the same as it always was. Safe home coming up is like, we're not going to be in the same space as we always once were, because we're hopping into the magic stream and we're going on our own journey now. You guys are going to be safe no matter what. You can always return to this feeling of safety, and you guys are safe, you guys are protected, but I feel like you guys are going on this journey right now, and good job. All I gotta say is, like, the quote is good job here, guys. So commit to your dreams and desires, make it so, create that decision, hop in that stream, and let it take you down the stream of magic. And then we have magical powers over here. So this is almost like awakening your true self, awakening who you really are, awakening your own magic. The way people awaken their own magic is because they get so in alignment with who they are that they just end up in this like vortex of like pure bliss, inspiration, motivation, passion. And from that space, like, that's such a magical space because you're in like just a swirl of good emotion, and that just creates so many good things, and it allows you to have the energy to create so many more good things from that space. The last 3 cards that we have over here is Withdraw, Fate, and the Pillar. So this is almost like fated, okay, guys? We do have the Fate card over here, so this is something that's like, you're meant to be here. You're not making any wrong decisions. Don't worry about making wrong decisions. I feel like maybe for this big decision, you might need to withdraw for a little bit, go a little bit inward to feel out which stream you really want to put your toes into, but it'll take you down a magical place once you do. And this is your fate, is to go through this. You're almost like, this egg resembles hatching a new beginning. So you guys are on the verge of a new beginning because you're going to make a decision. You're going to commit to this decision. It's going to create a whole new beginning for you, this whole new doorway. And it's going to be very steady. It's going to be very stable. You don't need to worry about it crumbling. This is a very solid decision that you guys are about to make. And it's very, like, it's just creating this new doorway for you guys, I feel like, which is really exciting. So you guys are on the verge of doing this. Even if you do not know it, you're on the path of this happening for you anyway. Maybe you guys already do feel it, but you're headed down this new area, and it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be full of magic and excitement. So that's what I see for you guys. Pile number 3. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. All right, so group number 4, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about what you guys need to hear right now. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 4, this is what we have for you guys. We have the 8 of Cups upright, then we have the Empress reversed with the Knight of Swords as the block card. I'll explain this in a second. And then we have the Hanged Man over here. So this is just a quick little small rendition of the Celtic cross, I guess. So the reason why I chose this sort of spread was because this is sort of the trajectory card. This over here is like the current situation. This is what's blocking the current situation, and this is the outcome. So the reason why I wanted to choose this is because I feel like this is really enlightening for a topic of what you guys need to hear right now. So I thought it would be a really good spread for this topic in particular. So let's hop into what all of this means. So the trajectory, 8 of Cups. This is about leaving something behind. So you guys might be in this period of your life where you're like, okay, I feel like I'm supposed to leave my old life or leave something behind that you've built up emotionally. The 8 of Cups is like, you've built up something emotionally, and for some reason you're feeling like you need to abandon it or leave it or move on from it. It could be also like things in the past, emotions that you're still holding on to that you need to move on from, stuff like that. or you feel like you need to leave a certain thing and you feel like you're supposed to go on a transition now. And the old thing that once brought you fulfillment isn't bringing you fulfillment anymore, and you feel like you've outgrown it. You feel like you need to move on to newer things. The current situation is the Empress being reversed. And so currently you feel like either you can't, or your creativity's not there, or you feel like something's blocking you. You feel blocked, especially because we have, wait, is this the Eight of Swords or is this the Knight? I can barely read. Okay, so that's actually the Knight of Swords. I think I said the Eight of Swords at first, but that's actually the Knight. For some reason, the word Knight looks like 8 from way back over here where I'm actually sitting. So anyway, that's the Knight though. The Knight of Swords being the block. So this is like your own mental thoughts getting in the way of you being able to transition into something new. So this is you telling yourself, oh, I can't do it, or I don't have the right resources, or it's not going to work out for me, and you're feeling like blocked because of it. The Empress is feeling like you don't have the resources for it. So maybe you don't have the people for it. Maybe you don't have an audience for it. Maybe you don't have the right resources around you for you to execute this plan somehow. So, but this isn't like mental. This isn't in your mind. That's why the Knight of Swords is the one that's blocking it. The Knight of Swords, any sword cards are about communication, thoughts, thinking, the mind. So this is all in your mind. You can create this, but for some reason you're feeling like, again, stuck. We have the Hangman as the outcome over here. So whatever you're trying to leave behind, whatever you're trying to let go from, whatever you're trying to move on from, whatever you're trying to transition from, you're feeling like you can't. You feel like you don't have the right resources and you're feeling stuck, but it's because you're not looking at it from the right perspective. The Hangman gives this like beautiful wisdom, because whenever the Hangman comes up, he says that it's time to look at this situation from another perspective. And all of a sudden when you do that and you take the time to just be calm and sit in the stillness, this is when you get those inspiring ideas, and all of a sudden you see what you didn't see before. So the Hangman, the reason why he is the Hangman is because he's taking a new perspective on life. He was constantly, walking around right side up, seeing everything the way it was, and he couldn't see a way out. It's almost like when you're watching a magic trick, and just because you're not looking at the magic from the right perspective, it looks as if it's like unexplainable. You don't understand how it's happening. You don't understand how to do it yourself. So you don't understand how to get your goal. Say the magic trick is your goal. You're looking at it and you're like, that can't happen for me. I don't know how to do that. But it's because you're looking at it from the perspective of the audience. You're not looking at it from the perspective of the magician. So in order to know how to do the magic trick yourself, in order to get your goal and do the magic trick, you need to change your perspective. And that's why the Hangman comes in, because all of a sudden he realizes, ooh, these two trees, I'm going to hang myself upside down for a second to get a new perspective on my situation. It's not saying you need to do that literally. This is definitely a metaphor. So it's time for you to hang yourself upside down for a second, metaphorically. Take that new perspective. Walk behind the stage to where the magician is and see it from that perspective. And all of a sudden you're going to look at the magic trick and be like, oh, wow, that's how he did it. Oh, that's so easy. I can do that too. There's many magic tricks that actually aren't easy, but you're going to actually look at it being like, oh, well, from the audience perspective, it looked impossible, and now I can see that it is possible. So I hope that analogy makes sense. Let's add some more cards on here to get some more information on this reading. So we have Sacred Pool, and then we have Making a Choice. Ooh. Okay. So, Sacred Pool. I almost have a question for you guys. If you guys were also attracted to pile number 3, this card right here reminds me of pile number 3 so much. So you guys might have also been attracted to that pile. Just saying. And then we also do have Sacred Pool over here. So, Sacred Pool, I'm going to start off with that. You guys need to rinse yourself off of all these bad feelings or these like feelings of holding yourself back, and you just need to take a moment to almost meditate, rinse off all of the old feelings, all the old thoughts, all of the old perspectives, bathe it away. Then make a choice. Do you want to keep living the life that you've always lived and still see everything from the audience view, or are you going to step up on stage, see it from the magician's view, and actually see that it is possible to do? Again, I just want to use the analogy one more time because I find it such a powerful analogy. If you're viewing the magic from the audience perspective, the magic's going to look impossible. If you view the magic from the magician's perspective, you're going to see that it's possible, and it just takes a little bit of learning and a little bit of practice. Make a choice to stand up on your stage of where you want to go. Take that new perspective. It's going to take a moment to gain that new perspective. You guys need to have a moment of stillness, walk in the direction of your stage, and all of a sudden you're going to see how possible it actually is. The next two cards that we have over here is Grace and Imagination. So, with Grace over here, let go of the negative belief systems. Let go of the negativity. Allow blessings to come into your life. Grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. You guys are in a stalemate. Allow blessings to come to you in that stalemate. Don't just allow yourself to sit in the stalemate. Allow blessings in. And you might be asking like, oh, how do I allow blessings in? Believe that blessings can happen to you. It's really that simple, because when we're in a state of denying good, we refuse to see good in anything. Therefore, even if something good does happen to us, we refuse to see it. So how do you allow blessings to come to you? Believe that blessings are coming to you, and all of a sudden you'll notice that yes, blessings are coming to you all the time. It's just a matter of accepting it and believing that it is, to be able to see it, to be able to see that they're there all the time. Imagination over here. Use your imagination. Flip your perspective. Walk to the center stage of where you want to be and utilize that imagination. See how other people are doing it. See how this is occurring. And all of a sudden you're going to realize how easy it is. Use your imagination. Use your imagination to get out of this stalemate and allow these blessings to flow through. The next three cards that we have over here is Soul Work, Get Wild, and Take Risk. So, okay, nobody ever did anything great without taking some risk, did they? I'm sure you guys have heard that analogy a ton of times. So many people use it, it's very popular. So you're going to need to start taking risks in order to get to where you want to go. Soul work. You're going to need to do some internal work. This is soul work. This is facing yourself and saying, you know what? My soul desires this. I need to start giving my soul what it wants, because your soul is you. You need to start giving yourself what you desire. Stop trying to people please. Stop trying to please everyone else around you. Stop trying to give out the things that you don't actually want in life, that aren't actually pleasing to you, just to please everything else. Please yourself. Do some soul work. What does your soul actually want? Get wild about it. Howl it. Start to do it. Take some risk in your life. This is all about being like, okay, I'm not going to make any change in my life unless I do take this risk, unless I do actually go after my goals. So get up off your butt, get wild about it, start to get in that energy of your imagination, step on that stage and take that risk. Start doing it. Just start doing it, because that's the only way you're going to learn and grow and actually get into it. Sure, there might be failures on the way. You might not do the best the first time, maybe not even the first 10 times, but that's fine. Get back up on your feet, get back up on that stage. If that's your dream, if that's your goal, continue getting up on the stage until you get so good at it that everyone is there cheering you on and it's Gucci after that, okay? So do it, guys. You got it. You got this. And that's what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 4. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. All right, so my last pile number 5. If you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your reading all about what you guys need to hear right now. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 5, this is what we have for you guys all about what you need to hear right now. So we start off with the Three of Swords being reversed. Then we have the Nine of Cups, then we have the Hierophant crossing over it, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So if you guys are unfamiliar with this sort of like spread, the reason why I decided to do this is because it fits very well in with our topic. So essentially, this is kind of like the trajectory. This is the current situation and what is blocking it, and this is the outcome. So I thought that this was a perfect spread to use for the topic of what you guys need to hear right now. So this is why we're doing this sort of different sort of spread today. So hopping into what I'm seeing for you guys. The Nine of Cups is talking about the current situation is like a wish that you guys have. The Nine of Cups is like getting what you wish for. But if the Hierophant is blocking it, this is like society, religion, expectation, your own belief systems as well. It could be your own belief systems that are stopping you from attaining your goal or getting your goal. So starting off, if we start off with the Three of Swords being reversed, this is like getting over heartbreak. This is like healing ourselves. You guys are going through a period of healing, or that you guys have just went through a period of healing, or you're still on the verge of healing and finishing that kind of stuff up. But the Nine of Cups does talk about something that we're wishing for, or a wish that we're getting, but we're feeling like the thing that's blocking us, maybe you guys don't even realize it, but the thing that's blocking you guys is your own belief systems. It can be a religious factor that's blocking you. It can be a societal factor that's blocking you, stuff like that. So the Hierophant comes up when we're dealing with those sort of issues. The outcome that we have, though, being the Queen of Pentacles, is like being so sure of ourselves, being so solid in our own beliefs and knowing what's possible and setting a clear foundation for our dreams to grow in. All of a sudden our dreams start happening and start growing. But first it comes with a very solid belief of, I am going to do this and this is going to happen, and solidifying yourself and being very sure of yourself and being able to go after it while also taking care of everything else around you. I'm almost getting like this feeling of, you guys don't need to change your religious beliefs. You guys don't need to change your foundations at all. You just need to mend all of them. You need to mold them all together. The Queen of Pentacles, she's so good at like taking care of her family while also being a businesswoman, also doing this and also doing that and also doing everything else in between and taking care of everything. She just knows how to get it all done. She knows how to fit it all into one pot and do it so well and nurture everything that's around her. So what you guys need to do, the outcome of this is, the way to fix and get over this block is to nurture everything that's around you. Don't get too greedy and be like, oh, I just want this for myself, but I don't know how to get it, and the thing that's blocking me is because I believe in all these other things too, or that, you know, you don't want to disrespect anyone or anything, and so you're trying to, you know, fit it all into one basket. You don't need to disrespect anybody. You don't need to do any of those other things. You can fit it all into one pot. You just need to figure out how to do that. You need to realize that it can all come together at the end of the day and be all of who you are. You can be the person that respects society and respects religion and does this and attains this still and respects everyone that's around you, but still does what she wants and fits it all into the same pot. You can do that. That's attainable. You can still have time for your family, for your partner, for everything else in between, and still attain your goals. You don't need to walk over everyone's feet. This also deals with learning more as well. The Hierophant is like, maybe we're also seeing like we need a mentor or a teacher, or we're just wanting to learn more about this certain thing. I feel like the reason why maybe you feel like you can't attain your goal is because you haven't learned enough about it yet. So you don't realize how it can so easily fit into your life. Maybe you don't realize how possible it is for you because you still need to do learning behind this certain thing in order to actually attain it. You're still on the journey of growing yourself and learning all of the ins and outs of this certain thing in order to make it happen. So this can also be a learning card, and that we're learning in order to be taught about how to attain this certain thing. The next two cards that we have over here is One Ring Circus and Metamorphosis. So, One Ring Circus. You guys can do this. You can fit it all into yourself. That is almost kind of like what I was saying about the Queen of Pentacles. The One Ring Circus is like you can still have the full circus and fit it all into who you are as one person. Just because you grew up in a household that has this certain religion and you feel like you can't do this certain thing, or maybe they have certain expectations on you and you feel like you can't do this certain thing, or maybe society says that these things don't mix together and you can't do it, whatever the case may be, or if you feel like, oh, this is a lot of learning and I'm already so far over here and how do I learn all of these new things, blah, 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 you can do it. You can be that one person putting on a whole circus, doing the whole show. You can do it. You can do it. You can do that. Metamorphosis over here. This is going to result in a lot of change. This is going to result in a lot of, needing to go through that metamorphosis. Right now, you're the caterpillar and you're like, I don't know how I'm going to eat all the nectar out of all of the flowers that I want and do all of this and do all the other butterfly things that all of my friends are doing because they're all butterflies and I'm stuck here being a caterpillar. Wait for your time. Your time to shine is just on the horizon, guys. Go through that metamorphosis stage. This is going to happen through learning and through building that foundation and through seeing yourself as that one ring circus and realizing that you are the star of the show and you can do all of the show production just as yourself. And I mean that in a metaphorical sense, of course. Maybe in a literal sense for some of you. But that metamorphosis, the way you build that cocoon for yourself. That cocoon is doing the work of getting it all together and putting all those eggs in one basket and then creating that cocoon, and all of a sudden you're going to become that butterfly. You're going to go through that metamorphosis and you're going to be that butterfly that's like, ooh, now I have all the tools in front of me. Now I have all the knowledge. Now I have all the foundation and my wings so that I can go and eat the nectar out of all of those flowers that I couldn't eat before because I was a caterpillar and I couldn't get up that high. Now you have all of the tools and the abilities to do that because you put in the work to attain them. And that's how you're going to get your goals. So the next two cards that we have for you guys is peace and new beginnings. So create peace, first of all. This card, we were just talking about butterflies and there's literally a butterfly on this card. Oh my God. Okay, so first of all, create some peace, create some harmony. There's nothing, as long as everything's coming from good intention and goodwill, all is good, all is peaceful. Return to a peaceful state in yourself. Go through this metamorphosis of putting all your eggs in that basket and all of a sudden become a butterfly, and everything is good from there on out. There's a new beginning in store for you guys. It's right on the horizon. Then we have sacred sexuality, the observer, and nature as our last few cards. And again, we have birds over here, which is like flying. So very interesting stuff. Starting off with sacred sexuality. You might feel very sacred about certain things. You might feel like certain things in your life are like you need to wear a chastity belt for them. You might feel like you need to hold yourself back and restrict yourself from certain things because of what society might think of you or the way that you were raised to view certain things in your life. You might feel like they're super sacred, and they are. They can stay sacred. They can stay sacred while you also attain your goals. And it's not necessarily talking about sexuality. This is just kind of like a metaphor for encompassing anything that you desire. Sexuality talks about desires, so this can talk about dreams and goals that you have that are desires. You can still fit that into your sacred space. The observer over here, observe how everyone else is doing it. Observe that, your dreams and desires, they're probably all good intentioned. And if they are, they can fit into that same box. They can fit into that box. You can add all of these things together. And then we have nature over here. Go with the flow of nature. Go with the flow of the beauty of where you're being called to go. Fit it all into that basket. Nature is so imperfectly perfect already. Nature encompasses everything. And you can too. That's what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 5. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.